This is a video showing the functions that I've programmed into the Tapco Coiner display. In the top, we'll start off with the top corner. This is an indication of the safety status of the light curtain. When the machine is waiting to be loaded or unloaded, or just idling, I mute the safety light curtain. This will allow you to put your arms in it and around it and work on it, but the machine is definitely not moving and unable to move while this is on. Next, we have two counters which display a current count. Each is resettable individually. One could be used for showing the number of parts in a box, and then the other one could be showing the total number of parts in the job. The next is an indicator of the foot switch. Whenever the foot switch is pressed, it will turn green, showing that the foot switch is being recognized by the PLC. If ever you push the foot switch and that light does not go on, there's a wiring problem between the switch and the PLC. Next, if the machine is neither pressing nor returning, in other words, sitting there idle, instead of spinning the motor and wasting energy and creating heat, I put in a programmable countdown timer. When this timer reaches 0, it will turn the pump off, but the system will still remain active and awaiting a foot pedal. Next, we have a display of the current hydraulic pressure put out by the pump and the target pressure. The target pressure is selected by which NSP is selected for the job. If we go over to Setup, here we have our different NSPs. We can go to any one of them. I can enter in a value of 2,500, enter. And now if we select this NSP, that will be the pressure that will be run. Right now we're at 1,000. And we go to our NSP select. And we go to 5-inch, go back to our menu. Now you see that our target pressure is 2,500. Once again, we'll go back here, return to main menu, and that tracks. This is the hydraulic cylinder, a representation. You can see it here in a retracted mode. If I tell it to operate, you can see now it's looking that it is in an extended mode. Once again, it's going to look for the extend proxy and then come back. Next, we have an advanced setup menu. This is the previously mentioned motor timeout. I can change the value there. Once we hit our maximum pressure, I want to tell the press to hold that pressure, hold it squeezing, not just to come up, hit it, and come away, but to actually squeeze and hold it at that pressure. And this is in milliseconds. This is a programmable delay for once the air cylinder comes on, before it will allow the hydraulic cylinder to start extending. This will allow it to clamp and lock it in place before it starts squeezing. This is another parts counter that the operator does not get to see or have access to, and it is resettable as well, but this screen is set with password protection so that they're not allowed in there to change any of these parameters. The next thing I can show you, here, let's go back here. This is the automatic manual switch. If we go to manual, once again I have a display of the proxy switches, and I can command the cylinder to go forward and to go backward, but hydraulically it's interlinked that it will not retract if it's already seeing the retract proxy, nor will it extend any further if it sees the extend proxy. Once again, I have an indicator of the status of the light curtain, and we'll go back to the main screen. Now, something that's quite interesting is a diagnostic screen. Here we have the representations of everything that's going on in the system. Here we can see that the motor is on, but not just turning a signal coming from the PLC to the motor contactor, which is indicated here. But I take a signal from that contactor back into the PLC so that if it trips or a relay falls out or a wire breaks, you'll have one green, one red, showing you that there's an error. I do the same with the air cylinder, the extend cylinder, and the track cylinder. Okay, right now we'll set it into motion. You can see the retract proxy's on. Okay, the air cylinder came on, the extend cylinder came on, and it will sit here and wait until it sees the extend proxy's been hit. And now the retract cycle, retracting the cylinder, will go until we hit the end. And there we go. Once again, you can see while it was running, the light curtain is now active until it finishes all movements. I put something else in that actually I've never seen before. We can go here and look at the retract cylinder, and it will show you exactly, showing when it's in automatic, stage 1, step 1, step 2, the safety relay, the retract proxy, and the extend. The same thing in manual mode and an auto cycle mode. Here I have the same thing again. If it stops, if you're not getting your extend, you can look and see which one is not on green. And you can see here they're in red and red, showing that they're not active because they're looking for this signal. Once this timer goes on, this is the delay, and then it will put the extend proxy. But I'm never one just to be satisfied with good, so I went and did this. Right now it's showing that the machine is currently in step 1. And what is it waiting for? Lo and behold, it's waiting for the foot switch. So let's hit the foot switch. Now that it's hit the foot switch, it's jumped into the next step, step 2. The screen automatically changes to it. It's showing me that it's waiting for the extend proxy to go on. But one other thing, here we're looking for the maximum pressure delay. Right now we're currently at 4. We're looking for a target of 1,000. I have a manual pump here, just like an Enerpack pump. And I'm going to sit there and pump the system up. There, once the timer went out, it automatically switched back to step 1 because it's coming back to the beginning again. I'll do that one more time. Once again, you can see that when the current pressure and the target pressure, once they're met or exceeded, it automatically trips and goes to the next stage. This way, anyone could walk up to the machine and go to dynamic diagnostic and know exactly where it's sitting and what it's waiting for. We go back to the main menu, and I think that basically covers it. If you have anything else you want to let me know, please do, and I'll take care of it.